So good morning or good night, depending on where you are in the world, and welcome to another album review of the Shield Dude on a Couch. I'm your host Hector, and today we're gonna talk about the band Slowdive. And they have a brand new album, and the first in a few years, because they made a comeback back in 2017. And now they have a new album called Everything is Alive. And of course, I have their classic album here. This is one of the best shoegaze albums ever with So Lucky. So the question is, are they continuing the streak that they had with that 2017 comeback album? I dare to say yes. Everything is Alive. It's taking what the band did in 2017 and making it forward and keeping their sound alive. So the sound of this album it has a lot of like shoegaze, dreamy shoegaze from their earlier work. It's very atmospheric sounding, but it also has some elements of more like music from now. So it has some, it's not stuck in the past. The band is still experimenting with their sound, and it's like a Slowdive sound for 2023. So it's 8 songs, 41 minutes in length, and the first single that they released was Kisses, and this is a single that at first it didn't grab me completely, but that single has like this 80s like new wave type of feel with obviously shoegaze and atmospherics, but it's a more faster track, and the voices of their 2 lead singers, they blend so well together. When the 2 of them sing on all songs, I think it's their better songs. And on Kisses, they do it well when the female vocals come in, when the choruses comes in. It's so catchy and earwormy that it really stays in your mind. So the album there's 2 kind of shoegaze. You have in the 90s, you had My Bloody Valentine, that it was more of the distortion on guitars. And then you have Slowdive, which was more the atmospheric, dreamy side of shoegaze. And Slowdive is always, on this album, they have some reverb on guitars, but there's never like super distorted guitars. It's an album that it's very, it takes you on a journey. It's a relaxing album. It starts with Shanty, and Shanty starts with a more electronics, and it sounds a little bit more modern, and I like that they added some electronics to the tracks, and the vocals are very this type of vocals that they take their time, and there's a lot of space between like the melody and the vocals. So I thought that was good. Then they have some numbers here that are with no lyrics, like Prayer Remembered, and that's another track that really feels like very spiritual at times, and like a song that you would use to meditate. But the standout tracks for me are songs like Alive, Skin in the Game, Chained to a Cloud, and I like the ending song, The Slap. The Slap, it's more of a faster paced song, and the guitars here are very, they're very hooky, but they go well with the electronic side of things. And then you have tracks that are like so, they're like very atmospheric and very slow, that they put you almost in a trance, like Andalusia Plays. But I think the standouts with a life, which I think I was Googling what that term meant, and it's talking about artificial life, or how to grow artificial life. And the album Everything is Alive, I was reading what the band mean with this album, and they're exploring everything about life, about the sad things, the happy things, and about embracing being alive. So I think that's a great thing to have. Chained to a Cloud was another one that had these spacey guitars, and the dual vocal melodies really put you in a trance as well on this one. So yeah, this is an album, Slowdive is not reinventing the wheel of shoegaze on this album. And I think I still like Sugar, the self-titled one that has Sugar for the Pill in 2017, a little bit better than this one, because that one, I don't know, it sounded a little bit more urgent. The only problem that I have with this album is that sometimes it's too mellow sometimes. I would have liked a little bit less mellow sometimes, but it's still a great Slowdive record. You know, they still got it after all these years. And if you love atmospheric, dreamy shoegaze, this album is for you. If you like more distortion, then yeah, this is not an album with a lot of distortion or aggression. This is not an aggressive record by no means. So yes, I truly enjoyed it. I think this is an album that I had to listen to it multiple listens to get the nuances. So this is not an immediate record. This is a record that you have to sit with it, and you can find like different things in the nuances. And also it's a great record to listen on headphones. So you can listen to there's like little subtle electronic sounds that you miss on first listen that you get when you do some replay of the album. So that's my conclusion for Everything is Alive by Slowdive. It's a great record. Obviously, this is still their classic record, but another great addition to the band. So what do you think about this album? Do you like shoegaze? If you like the songs on this album, I want to comment. Let me know which songs for you stand out. And if you like my videos, do not forget to give me a like, and do not forget to subscribe. I have more content on the way. That helps me with the YouTube algorithm to get to more people like yourself. So until next time, this is Hector, the Shield Dude on a couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and good night.